I saw a game of softball by Vice President Vance and President Trump, and almost a little bit of pandering to him, being safe with him, because you cannot be seeing, I'm sure that's 40 million Irish Americans, and that vote is very strong.
Conor McGregor isn't just a famous fighter anymore, he's now stepping into politics. And what he's saying is turning heads. His views are strong, bold, and controversial. But to many in Ireland, they make sense. He's talking about deporting illegal immigrants, putting Irish people first, fixing the housing crisis, and fighting what he calls a cultural war happening in Ireland today. McGregor starts by saying, Ireland has become a country where the people don't feel like citizens anymore. He claims a small group of elites in the government is making decisions that benefit themselves, not the public. According to him, Irish people are suffering. Rising housing prices, a cost of living crisis, and a government more focused on foreign affairs than helping locals. He says Ireland is losing its identity, its culture, and even its language. McGregor points to mass immigration as one of the biggest problems. He says it's not about race or hate. It's about how fast things are changing and how that change is being forced on the people without their approval. In his words, Ireland is close to losing its Irishness. He brings up real examples. For instance, hotels in counties like Wexford, once tourist destinations, have now been turned into housing centers for international protection applicants. Schools and office buildings too. He believes it's gone too far, that it's unfair to Irish citizens who can't afford homes or get proper health care, while immigrants are given free housing, cars, and repairs, all paid for by taxpayers. One of McGregor's biggest plans is deportation. He says Ireland's prisons are overcrowded and taxpayers shouldn't be paying to house foreign criminals.
And then I thought about our prisons. Our prisons are overrun right now. We've got, I think, maybe just thousands of people without a bed, even in the prison. Let alone we can't house our people. We can't even have a bed for the prisoners. So straight away you're going in there. You came in, you committed a crime on our soil, you're gone. That's it. No ifs, ands, or buts. Why is the taxpayer paying to keep prisoners from foreign countries?
If someone commits a crime and they're not from Ireland, he wants them gone. Fast. If someone enters the country illegally, same thing. He wants to send them back. But he also says there's a difference. Those who came legally, work hard, and respect Irish values should be welcomed. He also wants to stop what he calls the tap, the endless flow of government benefits for migrants. He says people are coming because they know they'll get handouts. His solution is simple. Turn off the tap and make it less attractive to come if you're not contributing to society. But it's not just immigration. McGregor is fired up about Ireland's economy too. He says the government wastes billions on foreign interests and bad decisions. He mentions how Irish toll roads were built using public funds, then sold to foreign companies. Now Irish drivers have to pay just to use roads their taxes already built. That, to McGregor, is robbery. Housing is another huge issue. McGregor isn't just talking, he's building homes. He says he's already built 300 houses and is working toward building over 1,000.
For the stress it is causing and the time, it's a difficult task, but it's worth it. There was one I completed a build of 8 houses. It was actually my very first one. It was maybe 2 years ago.
These aren't luxury homes. These are for regular Irish families. He says there's no profit in it. He does it because it's the right thing to do. He says if he had more political power, he could do even more, faster. He also slams the Irish political system. He believes it's corrupt, filled with career politicians who only care about getting better jobs in the EU. According to him, many ministers don't even have experience in their roles. For example, the Minister of Finance has no background in finance, and the Minister of Health has no healthcare experience. He says it's all a party game, with people climbing a political ladder while ignoring real issues. McGregor compares this to what he sees in Donald Trump, someone who came from outside politics and made bold decisions like tariffs. When asked about Trump's new import tariffs, McGregor says he's watching closely. He's not totally against them, especially if they help local economies and bring fairness. In his view, if Ireland can tax American products, America can do the same. He says the key is fairness, and that's all he wants, for Irish people to get a fair deal.
Donald Trump announced his new import tariffs on foreign-made things. A lot of people don't like it, but the companies who make American products in America with American materials, they're pretty happy because they're not affected by this. They've been doing the right thing since the beginning. They're not paying tariffs because, again, they're making American products for Americans.
Culturally, McGregor believes Ireland is in the middle of a war, not just politically, but spiritually. He says Christianity is under attack, and Irish traditions are being erased. Even Irish language communities are being affected by immigration policies. He mentions that refugee centers are being placed in historically Catholic towns, which he feels is being done on purpose. His message, Ireland is losing its soul. He also believes the media is silencing people who speak out. He claims the state broadcaster, RTE, acts more like a propaganda machine than a free press. When he tweeted Ireland is at war, he says the government went into uproar. He was blamed for inciting unrest, especially after a violent incident involving an immigrant attacking children. But McGregor says he's not spreading hate. He's just saying what many Irish people are thinking, but are too afraid to say.
It's overrun right now. There's a county in Ireland, Carna. It's a Gaeltacht county. It's a Gaeltacht town. And there's more iPass centre. It was a home for the Ukrainians, and now it's being altered into an iPass centre. And it's one of the last places of our language.
When asked why he thinks the government and media hate him, he says it's simple, because he's a threat. He's famous, he's loved by the people, and he's speaking truth to power. That scares those in charge. But McGregor says he's not afraid. He says he walks under God's guidance and is prepared to fight for Ireland no matter what the risk. McGregor also talks about his spiritual side. He says Ireland is a deeply spiritual place, and that the fight to save it is not just political, it's also moral and religious. He believes in standing for what's right, and that includes standing up for Ireland's Christian roots. So, what's next for him? McGregor says he hasn't officially decided to run for president, but he's thinking about it seriously. The election is expected in November, and he's calling for a fair democratic process. However, he points out that it's almost impossible for someone outside the political establishment to even get on the ballot. That, he says, proves Ireland is not a real democracy. He believes that if he were elected, he could fix Ireland's housing crisis, reduce illegal immigration, and bring back fairness. He says the current politicians have failed in every area, from homelessness to healthcare, and it's time for real leadership from someone who actually loves the country. He closes by saying he wants 3 things for Irish people: preference, peace, and prosperity. He doesn't want to divide people, he wants to unite them, but under one banner, Ireland first. And for those who don't love Ireland, who break its laws, or who take more than they give, his message is simple: they've got to go. Conor McGregor's political rise isn't just noise, it's a movement. Whether you agree with him or not, one thing is clear: he's speaking out when others stay silent. He's pushing for Ireland to protect its people, its values, and its future. From mass deportations to restoring Irish culture, he's made his agenda clear, and millions are listening. But where this goes next depends on the people. Will Ireland continue down the same path, or will change finally come? If you want to stay updated on Conor McGregor's bold political moves, Ireland's changing future, and more insane political stories from around the world, don't miss out. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and drop a comment below with your thoughts. Ireland is waking up, and so should the world.